extra, coach, a little extra layer. All right. It is Sunday night, 7:30-ish. That means it's time for another edition of the Man Cave. Got the All-State PG, All-State Coach. I am Coach Barnes. We are Polk, and we like to welcome y'all to another edition of the Man Cave, where we talk Polk County hoops. We are the number one source for Polk County high school basketball. Appreciate y'all checking in with us tonight. PG, All-State Coach, what's going on with y'all, fellas?
Not much.
Hey, man. We took the week off last week, so we got a couple things to talk about. Season over with, so the real season starts for a lot of coaches, a lot of kids, a lot of players. So that, couple other things to talk about. But before we get going, PG, not sure if you got anything in the corner.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Figured out I would ask. Coach, anything in your corner?
Man, it's the off season, especially with college basketball. It's March Madness. FAU losing their coach. So where does that leave LJ? They need to find a coach like right away, and that person needs to be sitting in his couch like tomorrow. So what advice would y'all give him moving forward?
Give LJ?
Yes, definitely.
I'm following the coach.
Well, we know in one instance, I guess a lot of people thought that Walt would follow his coach, and he didn't. And it worked out pretty good for him going a different route. So, Big Ten basketball, that's different than. Well, I guess he's gonna take. He would take his style to the Big Ten, right?
Yes.
So that style of Big Ten ball, that'd be different for the Big Ten. They don't play ball kind of like FAU do. So, if he got a chance to go, because kids don't necessarily sign with the school, they sign with the coach. So if he got a chance to go with his coach that recruited him, I would say go. That thing gets tricky though when you trying to get fresh on campus, and we've talked about the portal numerous times. Like people like to build through the portal, so I guess the thing would be, I don't know. I don't know what Michigan roster look like for us, who they got coming back, who they brought in, but if it's possible to follow the coach, I guess that would be. But I also think it's some value in going a different way.
I think today that dude is going to Louisville.
Who that?
Did I see that wrong?
Which dude?
The FAU coach.
Michigan.
No, FAU going
I
to Michigan.
understand that, but it wasn't an agreement signed. I seen something today that he may be going to Louisville.
Oh, I
ain't seen that one. What's up, Mike? Mike got some stuff here in your way, sir. So I get where it's going. I thought he was. I mean, I think it's a. I mean, if he can go, if the coach gonna bring him on, I think it's a great move. But I also think that there's some great value in. He got options, but
yeah,
how quick is it that needs to happen? Because for all intents and purposes, he signed with FAU. So for people that may not be aware of this, you can explain it, Coach. So he signed with FAU, but the coach left FAU. What does that mean for him as it relates to him signing?
Usually when it's a coaching change, they grant them a release if they want to leave. If not, he can still stay with that commitment because he signed already. Then again, you could have a situation where the coach comes in and they don't want that particular person. Remember that happened with Jay Frog at SMU.
Yeah.
My thing is like who and when they hire a new coach, all of that need to be considered. Um, but I think regardless, he will be okay. I just wanted to, just have some conversation about it.
I, what about
I would turn down Michigan if I
what
got
about
opportunity
staying
to
at
play
FA? What if I mean I guess would it I don't know because a recruiting coach, the head coach don't necessarily always recruit you. So and what if one of the coaches that's there, assistant coach, they bump him up? I mean, it could be some value in still going to FAU if the system is going to be the same and the guy, I mean, it's a lot of moving parts, but so worst case, he still has FAU because he's signed.
Mm-hmm.
So the new coach coming in couldn't say, and we're just doing this for the education of folks watching. The new coach coming in couldn't say, even though you got you signed that's I'm going a different direction. That's
No,
not.
they have to honor that for a year.
Yeah, he locked for a year, bro. Letter of
He
intent.
locked for a year.
So the only way if he locked it, he got somewhere to go. He ain't like dead. It's just if he want to go do that. So if it's you, what if it's you, PG, you taking off? Or you staying?
I'm going to Michigan, man.
If it's you, you going to Michigan. Sight unseen, you out of there.
Now the question of a doubt, I'm following the coach.
Coach, you going to Michigan? If it's you, or you honoring FAU?
If the opportunity is there, it's not necessarily saying that the opportunity is there. If not, I would open my recruitment back up, and because it's gonna be a lot of moving parts. It always is now for the last couple of years. So,
I mean, I think he's good enough to play in Michigan anyway. So, like you said, that's if the opportunity there. I wouldn't open back up if I can go from FAU to Michigan.
No, I'm saying if the opportunity is not there, I'm pretty sure it'd be a lot of suitors for LJ.
Okay.
Yeah, kid finished top 10 in the state.
Well, and so it would seem to have to happen pretty quick, right? Or you think it can end up being drawn out? It'd have to be a quick thing. What if that's what's gonna happen, right? It ain't gonna be no long term.
It depends on FAU's who they name as a coach. You know what I'm saying? So
you think if he takes that FAU style to Michigan in the Big Ten, you think that translates?
Yeah, I think he transfer Porter kids. That's what he was doing at FAU. So he'll get the same situation, just probably better kids too.
True, but I think it's gonna take a couple years to build. Jawan Howard didn't have much there, bro. They went like 8 and 20 something this year.
I didn't got that bad that quick. Did he just run? Because they was just 5-4, Elite 8. What, a year ago, 2 years? 2 years ago?
But he got sick, bro, and he came back during the middle. At the beginning of this year, he didn't start the year off with them.
Oh, okay.
He had like a heart issue or something, so he was missing.
That coaching don't play, bro. Because he literally just was a talk of the town, and now he out of there.
Yeah, it's cutthroat up there, coach. That's what I'm saying. Like whoever is going into that Michigan job, like if I'm him, I'm meeting with boosters. I'm meeting with, people that can give me NIL money like right now, and I have to go after the top people that's in the portal like right now in order for you to have a quick impact.
Michigan still with Jordan.
Michigan what?
They still with Jordan too, right?
Yes, it's still with Jordan.
So
you know what I'm saying? Because not only was Michigan looking for have a new coach, I know Ohio State fired their coach too. So they're gonna be looking for a coach too.
But do you coach? Do you do it through the portal like you've done? Because if you're doing it through the portal, does that lessen, chances of bringing with you? I don't know.
The Porter's
I'm
where it's
glad
at
that
right
he
now.
still he at least got something. You know, he good with if it don't.
The Porter is where it's at, and that's where I start at. It doesn't change my recruiting strategy.
Okay.
But
That's
you
it.
still have be looking at the top high school kids too. But at this point, anything that's 24 has signed already.
Everything, yeah.
It's not many top 24 guys that are still left unsigned.
Well, it's gonna be interesting. That's like I say, them coaches, man, that coaching stuff is bananas, for lack of a better way of putting it, especially at that level. So, that's a good topic, though, Coach. Good topic. So, on the classified section, Summer League registration opened up. We just finished the season. Summer League registration has opened up. Last year probably was the biggest field. Like everybody that's in Polk County actually signed up and participated in the league, which was, well, not everybody. We got like one or two teams, but for the most part, about 90, probably the highest percentage participated. We had some out of county teams that came in, give you a good little balance. And so the game's in June. Coach Terrence McGriff is the contact person. He runs the summer league, does the scheduling and all that kind of stuff, does a real good job with it. So teams, make sure y'all tap in, go ahead and let Coach think right now you got to do is let him know you're interested, that you want to do it, so he can start working on the schedule and officials and all that stuff. So that's first. 2025 guard from Excel, William Medina, picked up 2 offers this week. He picked up an offer from Florida Memorial University and also from Trinity College. So congratulations to William Medina.
That name sounds so familiar.
He's a 2025 guard. He's very active. He and I guess maybe let's talk about it. How involved should the player be in his own recruitment? Because Medina is very involved in his own recruitment, and I mean, you got to sell yourself and market yourself, right? So, how much should the player himself or herself be involved in their recruitment? What y'all think about?
I mean, coaching in his case, man, I think he has to do everything. I don't know who he plays travel ball with. And then he just had his head coach been his first year. So my thing is him and whoever in his camp got to do whatever it is they can do in order to market that kid for him to get wherever it takes him. But I think he has to do it himself in the situation that he's in.
So should a kid, or should it be the kid in the process, or oh, there it is, Coach. That's why
I just knew this name sounded so familiar, man. I'm like, that name sound too familiar.
I know I heard that name somewhere before. Like, no, ain't going crazy. Nah, you ain't crazy, bro.
I'm like, I know this name.
Okay, so you've been on the tuba guards drill, guard workout. That explains a lot then, huh? So, but yeah, he's very, very involved in his recruiting process.
Why shouldn't any kid be involved in the recruiting process? You got to sell yourself. I think Sessoms did a good job of that.
And it's nowadays it's easier for them to do, but you don't see as many kids doing it, handling like he doing it. I mean, he doing a great job of promoting himself, and he writing stuff to college coaches. Hey, this is me. This is what I'm doing. I mean, he's doing his part. I just wonder why more kids don't do that. Don't We're gonna talk about it in a minute. Just a minute. And
No,
before
you
we start, I'm gonna
you
tell you,
got
I blame your coach before we start. That's what we talk about next, boss. Just for clarity. But I mean, he do a great job of it. I just wonder why more kids don't. I don't know if it's a thing where they feel like they don't have to, shouldn't have to. It ain't their deal, but like I said, he does a great job with it. So shout out to him, Medina, for the 2 offers this week, FMU and Trinity College. Sure that there's more to come. So segue right in. The other classified thing is that we are open for registration for the alumni tournament. And as of today, right now, we have 3 confirmed teams that have stamped their ticket
What's team's name?
for the.
So baby can hear it.
Hey,
Baby,
so
what the team name?
we have the Frostproof Bulldogs who have stamped their ticket. We have the Lake Region Thunder who have stamped their ticket. And we have Highlander Hoops who have stamped their ticket. So
We still waiting on Lake Wells alumni then, right?
very important to note that team is representing Lake Wells High School, but that team is not the Lake Wells High School that won the tournament last year.
We waiting on the Lake Wells alumni.
So we got 3 teams in. No team. And the crazy thing about it is those 3 teams did not participate last year. So we got 3 new teams into the field, So we very excited. Very interested to see how at least the Highlander Hoops Lake Wells alumni, how that's gonna play out. But yeah, we do have 3 teams confirmed right now. So in registration is not too late. You can go to get more information at forlifepromo.com. And so remember, we doing boys and girls. So make sure
Mike, it's only 3 teams that paid. We only gonna, highlight the teams that have paid so far.
Yeah, we when we say confirm, stamp that shit. That's what we saying. We going off of
Hey, it get real once we get that Lake Wells alumni locked and loaded.
Go ahead. Yeah. So y'all continue to tap in, man. Like I said, we doing boys, girls. We just want to give y'all an update.
Are we doing girls, man? That was just all cap.
Man, they sign up.
They haven't signed up. They ain't gonna do nothing, man.
Well, if they don't do nothing, then we can spread the boards out a little more. But they won't be able to say that we didn't put it out there. I know we have a verbal confirmation from one girls team, but we only do it when it's confirmed. So we got at least one verbal, and we've had some people saying, "Okay, what's up? What we doing?" That kind of stuff. So, in any event, y'all continue to cry and holler every year. What am I talking about? So, moving on to, I guess, another classified thing is this is for people that still got eligibility. There is the live period that is starting up because, once again, it's the off season. And so we put this on the page, I think, but we're going to talk about it and just kind of highlight it right now. The 2024 FABC Conrad P. Foss basketball live period applications are now also open. If you want to go play at it's in June. and it's at the Alachua County Fieldhouse, the big, very impressive facility they've
Team live period, correct?
Second.
That's the coaches that make that. That's a team live period, correct?
Yeah, it's team live period.
Coach, you want to talk more about it? Because I know you kind of tapped in.
No, it's the same thing that's been going on in Georgia. We've been having several teams that's going on to Georgia, like Santa Fe, Winter Haven, and Bartow, off the top of my head. Now they have started that live period in Florida. Last year was the first year that they kicked this off. I want to say Bartow, Winter Haven, Lakeland, Santa Fe, Lake Region participated. It might have been a couple more teams, but it is a period where coaches are able to come out and scout your players, scout your teams. So I think it's important that you get out in front of coaches as much as possible instead of just the live periods that are during travel ball season. So this is a chance to get your kids out during the high school month of June. And if you are able to sign up, it's close. It's in Gainesville. You're talking about 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away. Get your kids in front of coaches. Everybody think they're D1, D2, D3, NAIA. Those coaches will be in the building.
Well, that's a big thing, a big paradigm shift for live period to come to Florida. We've kind of complained and said, they need to give us the same opportunity to get on the states. We got to lead the state to go get our kids seen. Well, now, like you say, they've taken that away, and they didn't even do it down. Like they didn't do it up in Jacksonville. They didn't do it in Miami. They did it very centrally located for Polk County folks. So definitely is it's not much rationale. If that's what you really own, there's not much rationale. There's no excuses now. You don't even have to stay the night. You can drive up and drive back if your money funny for for hotels and stuff. So you can drive up and shoot back home and not even miss a beat. But once again, take advantage because other people will be. So on those lines, Coach, we know that you're doing these camps, you're doing these showcases, coaches in the building. This when kids starting to get ranked. So the other day, my son sent me something. CJ sent me something to ask me my thoughts on it. And I said, man, that's a good topic. I said, I'm going to bring it up on the show, see what the guys and everybody else think about it. So this is what he said. He saw it on I guess on Instagram, and he screenshot it to me. And the guy said, if we banned dunking in high school and AAU basketballs, he said if we banned dunking in high school and AAU, basketball rankings will look completely different. Agree or disagree?
I definitely agree on the boy side. That means you actually got to have some skills in order to put the ball in the hole. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made, those people way back when in the 60s and when dunking was banned. They did that for a reason, to try to, level the playing field. So, yes, definitely. You got those kids that are just, freakish athletic, and that's all they can do. And now you got to find a different way to score. I think it changes everything.
Let's look at the top players right now in high school. You got Cooper Flatt. You got the Boozer twins. Kid from Oak Ridge. I'm just throwing some folks out there. We saw this shit that was kind of high level. I know I'm missing somebody.
But the kids you just named can score on all three levels. And that's why the game has changed so much. Like, you got to be able to score on all three levels. That's why the game is moving away from. That's why you don't have true big men anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't seen real true big men dominate in the NBA. Even when you start talking about Embiid and Jokic, they still can score from the 3-point line, mid range, and all of that too. They really had to develop skill wise. You know what I'm saying? So those people that you just named, all of them can score from all three levels. So I don't think banning them from dunking, would affect them very much. But it would take a lot of excitement out of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the big reasons why people watch men's and boys basketball over girls.
Well, coach, to that point, uh, who one of them commentators was it? Shaq or somebody essentially said that the excitement there's more excitement right now for girls basketball at the college level. You know, he talked about Caitlin Clark and the Juju Watkins. You know, South Carolina as a whole, Angel Reese. So you got like more excitement. It's almost like you got more star power on the girl side than you do on the boy side. And that's pretty much, I mean, it's got to be all skill on the girl side. So, do you think that dunking out the game would let you say you think it would lessen excitement? It
Yeah.
we wouldn't have the same excitement for the boy that we do for the girls.
No.
Yeah, the girls' excitement is not based off of the game part of it. It's the popularity that's booming right now. With when that stuff went down last year with Clark and Reese them, yeah, it just changed the whole outlook of wanting to pay attention to it because there was so much controversy. Then on top of that, after that, they just got major NIL money, you know. So it became something that was really trending. And like Rashad said that I didn't pay attention to, a lot of those girls are beginning to continue to look like young ladies, beautiful young ladies, bro. So they're marketable on the social media ads outlets or whatever. But I wouldn't. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
but
it.
and at the same time, you getting generational kids right now on the girl side. Like Caitlin Clark is a generational kid. You know what I'm saying? Like the
You
point
watch this generation, yeah, you're getting them rolling in.
is definitely generational. You know what I'm saying? Like Angel Reese is not the score that those other people are, but when I just watched her game yesterday or day before yesterday, bro, in the first half she had like 12 points and 20 rebounds.
Yeah, she a walking double.
This in the first half, Barnes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
And
man,
not only is she a walking double, she's everybody's favorite and enemy. Like
yeah,
she's
she,
50-50.
she remind me of like a Charles Barkley type. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like she's everybody. You either like her or you don't. Ain't no in between.
Ain't no
You
in
know?
between, bro. To me, she's a Draymond Green because you can hate her for how much stuff she talk, then you can love her because of the popularity she brings to the game.
But
But
you got to
she
respect their game too. You
got
know what I'm
to.
saying? You have to respect their game.
They said she had a down year this year, and she still was player of the year in the SEC.
I mean, her down year was because she missed those couple games for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she's not a high scorer like the other two that we mentioned, but she impacts the game not only on the court but off the court. It's little kids that look up to her.
Man, and then Clayton Clark, man, he just she the Steph Curry of women's college basketball, boy. Like you gotta no matter what it is about her, bro, you gotta like the game, the way she play the game.
Bro, she cooks everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody she played, she has cooked them. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't put like, oh, it's a system for her. No, bro, she been cooking since 7th grade, bro. Since 7th grade, she been cooking everybody.
And I see where, like today, I was looking for the games which channel they was on. So the first three on CBS, and then at night they kind of split them up. But they had the girls games on ABC. Like South Carolina and North Carolina was on ABC. Like they getting prime time slots. Which I mean it's well deserved and it's long overdue. But I was just that was a good topic that CJ brought to me. I'm just like I'll put it out there because it's interesting. Because how many coaches have gotten fooled because the kid can dunk the ball? Because the kid is a freak of an athlete and they just totally ignore being a basketball player until they get him on campus, and 1 or 2 years later, he fall off the bench. Or nowadays he in the transfer portal because back then you couldn't transfer. You had to just kind of go go deal with it. So I just thought that was interesting. It was pretty good good way of looking.
The boy side is just throw it off the transfer portal, bro. You don't have the hype of the freshmen no more like you used to. Freshmen just don't they can't beat older kids. Like when the last time you had like a consistent young team make it to the Final Four?
You know, that's a good point you made. And I was watching the post game. The coach Jay Wright, who he you know he don't coach no more, but he's like an analyst for CBS, and they was all talking about the Oakland Kentucky game, how Oakland upset Kentucky, and he was like, "And coach, I know." So once I say this, I'm gonna take a sip. What I'm about to say. Jay Wright say you can't put that game on Coach Calipari from a coaching standpoint. His take on it is, let me finish, Coach, and I'm gonna drink it. I know I asked to let me finish. I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but anyway, this is Coach. This is Coach. Coach. This is Coach Wright take on it. Coach Wright say what Kentucky is dealing with essentially is that them young kids can't be older kids. He said Kentucky every year got 17, 18-year-olds, and they getting beat by 21, 22-year-olds, and 23-year-olds, 24, because everybody else hitting the portal. So they playing against these guys with all this experience. That's his thing. So he's saying you can't necessarily put that on Cal. It's just how they are building their team. A young team is never going to beat a seasoned team in a tournament setting. That's his take. That's why he was saying he used to have so much success, because if you notice, he said all his teams, he always had 3 and 4 year guys. And so he that's when he was successful, he had them 3, 4 year guys that was doing it. So Coach, I'll be quiet because I know you can speak extensively on the coaching, but that's what Jay Wright said. So what's your take on that?
My thing is Jay Wright wasn't getting one and dones. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no 5-star going to Jay Wright. You know what I'm saying? So he know that his players was going to stay there 2, 3, 4 years. Calipari, he created that culture, coach. You know what I'm saying? Come here and play for me for 1 year or 2 years and go to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He created that. So therefore, you're going to have to line that bed because you're the one that made that bed. My thing is, like, we saying that these 18, 19-year-olds can't beat these older kids, but we talking about the cream of the crop. We talking about lottery picks. So why can't you coach these kids up to compete against anybody in the country?
A lot of picks ain't playing team basketball. They're playing for
who fault is that? Who fault is that? You know
it's his fault. It's definitely his fault.
Exactly.
The kids ain't even playing for a championship. They're just playing for first round status.
You know what I'm saying? These are kids that, they have to go somewhere now since they can't go straight from high school.
Well, that's why I say college boys basketball is so bad, because we don't even talk about the young studs no more. We don't talk about them. And you don't have, you don't even have, the older teams, like yesterday, Gonzaga is a 5 seed and still was favored to win that game over a Kansas team.
Kansas had 2 kids hurt too.
Yeah, that was Kansas whole team. Kansas probably their 2 best players probably was hurt. So that was tough. Yeah, that was, and they've been
going against a seasoned coach like Few in that program. Gonzaga done made 9 straight Sweet 16s. You know what I'm saying?
But they do it with older guys though, right?
Yeah, they folk. They
don't do transfer portal like that over there, though, right? He coaching them kids that got experience and
they stay in the program once you get them. Remember that dude that just left last year that was there like forever? The post kid.
Coach Hubert Davis doing that now for us. We getting transfer portal kids
and older kids. You got older guys out there.
We do have kids that have went through the program like Baycock and Davis. That have been there.
I've been there 10 years, man. God,
but bro, Lonte just made a great statement. Like, Coach K don't have one and dones, but he was able to get them to play together. Again, it's the culture and expectations that you set as a coach. Like, hey, you're gonna come here and do this.
How old is 30?
Hey, damn near G League. Hey, and he ducked. Coach, we just keep it a buck. what the graphic code ESPN did a graphic. I didn't do it, and I ain't posted, but since it's out there, ESPN did a graphic today. Carolina starting five average age is older than the Oklahoma City Thunder starting five average age.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, them kids, hey, they stay in the school, they learn how to play together and win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just the point of it is Carolina's in that boat.
I'm a Carolina.
It's gonna be hard to beat them because they got so much experience. So it's something to that. But I mean, like Lante say, Coach Cal say he's trying to change kids' lives, and he done said that he's trying to get them to the league. So, Coach Jay Wright brought it up. So I know, Coach, I saw what you posted on your page a couple of days
ago. Y'all gonna be a big disappointment next year.
What happened?
Y'all gonna be a big disappointment next year. Because all them kids y'all got coming in playing to go to the league.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you can have too many. But
my thing is, Coach, they didn't have
sometimes you can have too many.
They didn't have that type of patience with Tubby Smith coming off a championship. That's all I'm saying.
So Cal getting past and he ain't got no business getting that, what you saying?
That's all I'm saying, Coach.
Okay. All right. So man, we posted our final team, top 25 teams. So just gonna go through it. I know we'll probably lose a couple people while I'm doing that. But we gotta do it, man. We gotta finish what we start, man. So 11 through 25, man. 11, Lakeland Christian. 12, Fort Meade. 13, Frostproof. 14, Lake Wells. 15, Lake Region. 16, Mulberry. 17, Lake Gibson. 18, Davenport. 19, both of them, Tyrell. You know what they say? You go. Hey, Coach Elmo, they say you come in the world by yourself and you liable to leave it by yourself too. Hey, but we must press on, all right? We must press on. So 19 Ridge, 20 Lake Placid, 21 Arbondale, 22 Haines City, 23 Avon Park, 24 Jenkins, 25 Kaleen. And then the top 10 went from 10 to 1, 10 Excel, 9 McKill, 8 Sebring, 7 Discovery, 6 Lakeland, 5 Jordan Christian Prep, 4 Bartow, 3 Santa Fe, 2 Victory, 1 Winter Haven. So we had to do that, Coach, to segue to the next topic. UNPG, y'all savage. So the season is in the bag. Everybody's put shorts to the left, jerseys to the right. So I know it's way, 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 way too early, but that's what we do here. We start early conversations. If you had to give your way too early preseason top 5 for next year, I guess you could say pre-summer. You can say spring. I don't know. And you can just say 5 teams, Coach, and PG, or you can rank them however you want to do it. Who would you say would be the 5, either in order or no particular order, the top 5 teams for 24-25? Right.
Coming back next year,
yes, sir.
Winter Haven, Santa Fe, Bartow, Lakeland, Victory and Discovery for me.
Okay.
I like everybody said, but I don't like Victory in top 5. You think 6 teams?
Yeah. They got some good young kids, Toomer, that's been playing together for a long time. And I think, because they so familiar with each other, they're still going to continue to compete. They just don't have that big name like LJ.
Yeah, I just said I ain't like them in my top 5.
Yeah, for sure. I just like the fact that that team, I've seen them since they've been in like 6th grade, and they finally coming of age.
I
Yeah,
like that.
they can go see if you got them in 6, then I agree with everything you said.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the young guys you're talking about, but they have a good core coming back now. Obviously, losing LJ, Jordan, and Dino gonna hurt, but they got today they got the Tucker Fox kid coming back to PG. They got the Quentin Wilson kid who should be in line for a humongous uptick, and then you got the big kid inside, the Thought Gall kid, and none of them will be seniors next year. So Victor got a nice, and like I say, you got that JV team that's been like they undefeated a couple years or whatever. They play, like you say, played together and been successful. So Victor got some pieces. I mean, they losing some major ones, but they ain't, a couple ain't all the way bare. It'll be interesting with Winter Haven what they do guard wise. I mean, they got Zay coming back, they got Boswell and Daly, but Winter Haven JV and their young guys have been pretty decent for a little while too. So maybe one of them, one or two. Santa Fe got their backcourt coming back with Toby Lane and Tate. So you got it's a great place to start with them. Discovery got Livingston coming back, who Livingston becomes the most explosive player coming back, right? I mean, without a doubt, right? I don't know if anybody else we can say that about. And then Lakeland got a pretty good guard coming back with Scooter and the Trey Jackson kid, and then Bartow. Bartow's pretty young. They're losing their size, inside presence, but they do have some promising guards coming back. So that's our okay. We'll kind of right in line with us. Now we do know we're speaking of present situations, but we do know that things happen. We know the portal is open at the high school level also, and so things could change. But that's where we're at, kind of right now. So, Coach, I want a question for you and PG, I guess, before we talk about the award stuff, and then I guess we'll be done for the night. As a coach, when do you know when it's time to move on? But it's end of the year. It's end of the year, so that's going to be Coach O'Callahan already. I don't know if we said that last time we was on, but he's resigned from McKeel. He's going to be accepting an assistant coaching role at Polk State College with Coach Giles. So he figured it was time to move on for whatever his reasoning was, and he has. So as a coach, end of the year, you start thinking about all this different stuff. You start processing stuff now that the how quick everything goes. You're playing your price. So you ain't had time to just sit down and just kind of decompress. So now the season's over with, and you do. So when do you know? Because the worst thing can be is standing there past the time, right? So from your perspective as a coach, when do you know when it's time to move on?
When do I know is when the bad outweigh the good? When I have to drag myself to the gym, and I don't have that same fire and passion to impact, nurture, and help grow kids anymore, because I'm dealing with parents or the administration or the community that's bringing negativity, and when that negativity outweighs the positive things that I'm doing with these particular kids, then it's time for me to move on. It doesn't balance out, or it drags on you, coach. And not only does it drag on you mentally, when your mental goes, it drags on you physically too. And my thing is, I've seen coaches really go down physically because of the things that they had to deal with as coaches while they was there. And my thing is about quality of life. And if you lose that passion because of the other things that come with it, then it's time for you to go. If you don't have the same impact on them kids where they're not respecting you, the culture has changed, then it's time for somebody else to be the captain of that ship.
I'm asking a question, Coach. It's an anonymous question, but listen to the question. If you had to give a percentage of coaches in the area that we cover, would you say that I think it's like 30 teams, I think. Would you say all 30 teams are led by coaches who have kids first? We're
All
not going.
30?
We're not going to specify. Well, I'm not going to specify specific teams, but
That answer is no.
of all
Yeah,
30,
not all 30. That's
Not
not,
all 30.
not an absolute.
so we
Not
had a.
all
It's not 100%. So 80%, greater than or less than 80%,
Less.
less.
I would say less.
Oh boy.
It's over 50 though.
So
Yeah,
50.
I was gonna say 60.
Yeah.
So
Ron.
6%, we still we failing. 6% in school. That's a
Yeah,
D,
I'd say
right?
between 60 and 70. You know what I'm saying? Because coach, some people out here about their own ego, about their own image, and what they can accomplish. Trying to get awards or wins or something like that. They trying to figure out what their ending place is going to be. Will they be considered a great coach or the GOAT or coach of the year and things of that nature? And some
You gotta
people are.
remember, these kids don't get the experience that we got playing the game of basketball. These kids missing out on that because of the coaching. And a lot of times they like these rivalries, these games that brought the kids' tradition in it. That's why it's probably hurting the support that they get throughout the year because the coaches take that away. That's why it ain't just about the kids, bro.
Yeah,
And
you got coaches not playing each other because of their own egos.
exactly. Right there, and they're taking that from the kids. They don't need the kids don't even get the experience to ride with only in football right now.
Only in football.
So
And
I definitely say 60 here. I want to go down to 50 now. I think about it.
I mean, it's a question because like you just said, Coach, when you're not helping kids, and to that point, but if you ain't there to help kids, and then what is your get at? And that was gonna be my next lead in, Mr. Bell. Do you think the AAU travel ball has a impact on that? I'm just asking the tough questions, Coach, and we ain't gonna specify. But I know you got a first-hand knowledge of this coaching. So I'm trying to lob you something over the plate tonight, Coach. So, it's AAU ball because at the end of the day, you got a very unique perspective. Shout out Coach Patton. First of all, I saw you a little while ago, Coach. If you're still on, appreciate Coach. Me and Coach, great friends. Came up together. George Jenkins went out to Alcatraz, middle together. Coach the principal Jenkins not doing a great job. So, but he's good people. Always been friends, more like brothers. So appreciate you tapping in, Coach. Coach Patton at Jenkins.
Where he at?
Principal Tom Patton. He the boss man at Jenkins.
I said where he at? He in the comments?
Yeah, he was in the group. He said something earlier. I just remember to speak back. But Coach, you got a unique perspective because you are a high school coach and you have been an AAU coach, and you've been pretty successful in both areas. Mm-hmm. So you got a perspective that most don't have. So do you think that percentage is directly aligned to AAU ball? Because at this point, kids getting all these looks and this work on campus, and in some cases, some of them AAU coaches, we spoke about one that made it to the White House. He's a high school coach, but he's also the travel ball coach. So and there's a lot of conversation about him, good, bad, and different. So,
Mhm.
your take, Coach.
Are
I'll be
we talking about in the area? Are we talking about the whole state?
however you want to go with it.
Okay, so my take about travel ball in the area. My thing is I want to shout out every adult that's helping kids right now. Um, Probably y'all are getting minimum pay if you are getting paid for it. But my thing is, I think we have 300 million travel ball programs because of egos, and it is watered down the teams that are here in the local area. You got coaches that refuse to work together. You got when you start talking high school, you got some high school coaches don't want their kids playing for this particular program. They feel that kid might get recruited to come to that school or get plucked to another school, things of that nature. Um, so I think travel ball in the county right now is watered down. You have a lot of programs. Most of the high school programs are not playing on these circuits where these kids are actually getting seen by coaches. That's the ultimate goal, right? Is put them on a platform where they're being seen by coaches and not leaving Florida is not helping these kids because most live periods are in Georgia and in other states. So if your travel ball team and you're in high school and you're not leaving the state, it's your percentages are very low that you're actually being seen by college coaches. So, but my thing is that here in the county, um, I still think with travel ball, coaches' egos get in the way. But I'm not gonna knock adults taking out their time and investing in kids because they need it.
Okay. PG, you got any take any extra?
Nah, bro said enough for me.
But it even like I had a coach that brought it up, and I said we would kind of talk about it. But he was interested in a Polk County like tournament because it's like to your point, so many teams, like a kind of I don't know, like a bragging rights Polk County tournament, and he was like, even we'll even host it, and asking could we kind of help with it. I'm like, well, we could put it out there and promote it, and but at the end of the day, the people that's involved with it gotta, the people that's making the decision. And that's why I was saying the whole thing about the Ralph Tresh event, because it's some sensitive dudes that's dealing with these programs and just keeping it a buck.
Yeah.
And so it impacts, to Bruh point, it impacts the quality of what it could be because we got enough quality kids in the county that we should be able to have quality basketball and quality competition. I even went so far as saying, since there's so many of them, set up a league. I ain't saying you got to play every. You can play like 2 Saturdays out the month. When it's not a big travel week, like it's not a big tournament, like it's not something like a Peach Jam or one of them live peer. But you still getting work. We used to do that with the five back in the day, and I know McGriff kind of took that model to Bartow, where we would create our own tournaments. Like we would be at the BG the Boys Club. Of course, shout out to Mike Taylor. Look, y'all helping kids, whatever y'all need to do. We would set up, we would run it. And it would be like a tournament. And each team, we had like 3 other teams besides us. Everybody gonna get 3 games. You're gonna get 3 games. It ain't about no record, just about playing. And it went great. And like you say, that's the model he used now when he do those his fall basketball leagues. What we started with the 5. It's about you getting better. I mean, then you can do a league, keep records, kind of like summer league. Then end of the whatever the season is, you have a tournament, and I don't think it would necessarily impact you going on the road and traveling, and you still getting work in. But of course, that like went nowhere. But are we surprised it went nowhere? I mean, I know I'm not at all. So
again, egos, coach, egos getting away. And at the same time, I think it happens more in travel ball than it does in high school. Like they're picking these tournaments that they know that they're gonna win or do very, very well in, so they can brag about it on their social media, saying like, "Hey, this program is doing this, and doing that. Y'all should come over here and play for us." You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think some of those records are inflated because you're not going to where the top competition is going.
So how do we? Is there? Can it be fixed? Well, is it broken? I guess for something to get fixed, it got to be broken. Do we think it's broken? And if so, can it be fixed?
I don't think it can. Not right now. I think it when we in the next couple of years going to be even more travel ball programs.
Even more watered down.
It's going to even more watered down.
So it's gonna be like how it is how it is in Polk County. One person start selling plates, everybody selling plates, right? You get you get one bad plate, and you don't make you want to try nobody else. It could be some good food, but you're like, man, it's gonna be like everybody else stuff.
And
Anyway,
that's why you got people not trusting people around here, and then they're taking their kids to Orlando, Tampa, or other places.
because don't we got it's a really good. It was a, and I ain't saying this why he went, but it was a really good kid that was at Boone Middle School. That's where y'all say he had like the villages now, something like that.
Yeah, I think he went to the.
He never even played in Polk County, right?
Mm-mm.
We got to stop losing our kids. But we got to offer them something to stay too, right? We got to stop losing our kids to Orlando, to those schools and those programs over there. But we also got to give them a product that they're gonna be okay with staying to be a part of. So anyway, I knew that wasn't gonna be a sexy conversation, but I think it's kind of warranted. Might hurt some feelings with it, but it'll be all right. But why? Coach Jameson, but why was it? Why did his parents not give Polk County a chance? I guess that's what I'm saying. The parents, it was on the parents, but we couldn't do anything to persuade those parents to trust to have their child to play. I guess that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, the parent gonna make the best decision for their child, right or wrong, but they're gonna make it based off of what they're looking at. So if they shopping their kid, not saying they did, I don't know the situation. I just know he ended up over at the Villages, and I know he played middle school ball in Polk County. So that transition, and I mean, sometimes you got parents that just you can't do nothing with. So if you're saying that's what happened with this kid, I get it. But I just think we got to give more of a option of staying in Polk and not feeling like you made it when you go to Orlando. I think that sometimes that's how we feel. Our kids feel like they made it when they go play for one of them teams, Orlando area team or Tampa or just a team outside of Polk. And it would be great if we can change that narrative where you can make it on a team that is Polk County based. And obviously I'm biased. I don't apologize for that, but that would be great if we could get to that point. But if we keep being singing sensitivity by Rice Transman, it's going to be hard for that to happen. So starting tomorrow, we will start to put out our if you want to vote, we're starting the end of the year Polk Hoop Awards. We're changing it a little bit this year with the criteria. I mean, with the percentage. In the past, it's been 25% me, 25% PG, 25% coach, and 25% fan vote. Well, this year we have entered into the equation the coaches, the Polk County coaches. So we've sent the invitation out for them to participate and vote. That's 6 of them, 5 of them that have voted so far. We send it to everybody. So if they send their ballot, they will be the average. Everybody will be average the same. So if we get 5 coaches, us 3, and the fans, it'll be a 9-way kind of split as far as percentage of how it goes. Okay.
So the coaches ain't even supporting that.
There's 5 of them that's did it, coach. Yes, sir.
5 out of 30.
5 out of a bunch of them, yes, sir. Yeah.
Wow.
But that's like, what's that? Is that even 5 into 30? What's that, like 20%, 15%? I don't know.
But that's the same conversation that we had about coaches getting on and not getting on and nominating their kids for the FACA awards. You know what I'm saying? People was mad at us because we posted it, but that's all we did was post it. And it's
So
like
now
we
we're trying to get coaches to participate in helping us pick the awards, and they still don't want to support that.
which is fine. I mean, they leave it up to us. So don't be, DMing Barnes talking about why we not ranked over this team or why this kid is not on there.
Yeah. We just want to make sure that because we've been taking these bullets for a while, and we just take it, and folks be throwing out these wild things, scenarios that ain't true. So we just want to make sure it's understood that we put it out there. So we're going to go with the system. So tomorrow we're going to do the voting for each day we'll drop a category that we're going to pick on. So the first one tomorrow will be Coach of the Year. Then we do Coach of the Year, Player of the Year. We do Game of the Year, Impact Newcomer of the Year, and Photo of the Year.
Thank you to those 5 coaches.
Say again?
I said thank you to those 5 coaches.
Yes, sir. So, but we want to just make sure that y'all know that's the process and that's how it go. We'll also, do our Polk Hoop teams, first, second, and third team. We'll do a top 10 or 15 for each class. And then we'll also do a top 15 overall players postseason. So that's all the stuff that we do. And like I say, we appreciate y'all that's going to start the voting tomorrow. And appreciate the coaches, like Bruss said, like PG said, that have tapped in. We just want y'all to know that's the process, because we try to listen and we try to listen to what folks say. And the coaches last year was like, ask why we didn't include them. Why did we think the coaches would like to have more input if we was okay with it? Of course we're okay with it. That's what we do it for. So we put it out there, and that's what we got so far. So just want y'all to know what's up with that. All right. And before we get off, we want to circle back. As far as the alumni tournament goes, and
first round, Lake Wells versus Lake Wells.
Understand now, when we say teams participating, I mean, we never said that a school couldn't have more than one team. And Lake Wells is very complex. A lot of personnel, HR type of situations going on in Lake Wells. And so, but yeah, the champs, I know the champs feel like we tried and we sized them. I get it.
No, they don't. They don't feel like that.
They don't feel that way?
Nah, they want that lineup.
Oh, they want that on top. Well, then y'all know how we operate now. We do the schedule for fan interest. So we don't do it for our enjoyment. We do it for the fans. So if it means 12 o'clock, PG already said 12 o'clock prime time, Lake Wells alumni versus Highlander Hoop. That's the first game. So you know me, run it. And I know Coach trying to stay neutral because he got allegiance on both sides. So we're gonna do it for him. So that's that. We already got the first game on the schedule, already lined up. So Saturday, 12 p.m.
Coach,
versus Lake Wells alumni. So it's already lined up.
They grown now. You know how personality conflicts. People don't want to play with each other, so they just start their own. Hey, should be interesting.
Start your own. It means 12 o'clock Saturday.
Hey, right. That's what we're gonna do. Battle Lake Wells off the rip. Off the ripper. We getting the people what they want. So y'all line it up. Get your popcorn ready, whatever you need. Your TBS 5 be selling concessions for you. But yeah, that's one game we already kind of got lined up. But I mean, it's just no different than saying if another team say, hey, can we put two teams in? If they fit the criteria, then we trying to be accommodating. We trying to get the people what they want, and that's what the people want. No Diddy. Let them knock each other out right, then y'all be there to pick up the scraps. I got it. So, but yeah, man. So the registration is open for the alumni tournament last weekend of July. Ladies, we got spots for y'all if y'all gonna tap in. So y'all asked for it, we gave it to you. So hopefully y'all will, do y'all part now that we did ours. We also got the Summer League registration starting out. Y'all contact Coach McGriff if y'all interested. Make sure you get your kids in that. Like Coach said earlier, the live period takes off June in Alachua County in Gainesville. Please get signed up so your kids can get seen if they're really serious about this. If it's a hobby, then okay. But if it's a passion, you're trying to do something with it, you gotta let people see what you're doing to get them a chance to see if they want you or not. So, all right, well, that's all we got this week, man. Before we get off, Coach, what y'all right now? If I had to ask you, your final 4 picks, who you got?
I got us playing UConn in one Final Four. North Carolina and UConn. The other side is gonna be interesting. I don't know. Go ahead.
You like who?
Tennessee. Ain't they got on Purdue side?
Yeah, Tennessee's on the other side, and I think
I like Duke.
I like Duke if Duke can get past Houston, but I think that's going to be real tough. I think the winner out of Houston Duke gets there. I like the winner out of that Arizona Carolina game going to be a monster, especially with Love coming back to play against Carolina. I think I'm just doing Elite Eights. I'm too scared to do Final Four right now. That's what I got in them 2 Elite Eights. I got Tennessee and Purdue in the 3rd Elite Eight. And then I got UConn and I think Iowa State gonna get beat. I forgot who I wrote that.
UConn a lot, man.
UConn's a lot.
UConn a lot, but I mean I'm saying if we saying final.
And they'll transfer portal. They'll transfer portal squad, ain't it?
Yeah, UConn took advantage of the portal too.
Yeah, the big kid has been there, but the people surrounding him, he's been getting transfers.
I see Antbo, must be a Haines City thing. Antbo and Rank sipping that Purdue juice this year. Purdue just they look like a sexy pig until they always seem to just I don't know. They look good today though. I watched it today. They did look good today. Big Boy is just they look like they got some people around them this year, so they look a little different. They just always seem like they underachieve. But Tennessee gonna beat them up. They're gonna have to win a boxing match with Tennessee in order to win. I know Big Boy ain't got hit like he gonna get hit against Tennessee. So if he can take that punishment, what you say, no Diddy, I guess. If he can take that punishment, he gonna be in good shape. But
I think y'all gonna have a tough one with James Madison, Coach.
Think so?
Yeah.
You saw the game today?
Yeah, I saw it.
So you think we have a tough one with James Madison?
I think James Madison, they just a team on a mission. You know what I'm saying? They beat Michigan State earlier this year. I just think they got.
You don't mean James Madison, do you?
Huh?
You don't mean James Madison, do you?
James Madison. I think they'll give y'all trouble.
They just blew them out today.
That's right. My bad.
They put sausage in them.
Yeah, we put that steroid in there. We put that steroid mechanical.
My bad. I didn't see that game. I seen our game yesterday though.
Yeah, we went deep, Coach. We went 10 toes deep in them today.
But the games that are interesting, like you said, with Iowa State, I think Illinois is going to get them trouble, and Creighton is actually playing.
Coach, Creighton runs some good. Do you watch Creighton play? They run some good stuff on offense, Coach. Like they might have 50 cents that I watched them play a game one mid-season because that Big East pretty competitive. Hey, I might have counted. I'm thinking them people came down like 10, 12 possessions in a row and ran a different set every time. Like,
Yeah.
you know how some people run the same set, but they run like a variation of it. They was running like a different set every time. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you guard that? Like as a coach, if you game plan a coach, you game plan to stop. What's the most you done game plan to stop sets of a team?
Like 2 or 3.
So
And
if they hit
most
you with
it's
10,
like
12 of them, coach,
it's like 2 man players in like one zone.
coach, just saying you take away 2 or 3 of them and they hit you with 7 more.
Yeah.
They got. I ain't saying they gonna go. Them people are
Coach, they were
very.
talking about Hurley at UConn, coach. They say he got 40 sets, coach. 40.
And coach, you can't stop him either. He like them people get open shots every trip down the floor. And I ain't saying that they're gonna win it. Big East basketball done got pretty good too, though.
But
But
you know who's surprising though is Gonzaga. I think you can't count them out either. I think they playing pretty well.
you like the Gonzaga can upset some people.
I think Gonzaga can upset some people. You know, just because they got a proven coach, which I'm surprised somebody haven't plucked him from Gonzaga.
At
But
this point, he ain't going nowhere. At this point, he
yeah, it's McDermott's dad. Remember his son used to go off.
Yeah, some was in league. Some was
Yeah.
bouncing around the league a little bit. Yeah, so he do a great job, man. I like watching them play because they just so hard to guard, man. So I just did Elite Eight. Coach, you did so you didn't get all the Final Four. You said Carolina. You said
I like Carolina and UConn to play each other
Carolina,
in the Final Four for
you just
sure.
going
But
straight to the ship.
that other side is open, coach.
Yeah.
The
And
other
PG,
side
you
is
said you
wide
just
open.
like who now?
For the
They
championship.
like Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee so physical, man. Yeah, they tough. So well,
I was surprised at Auburn losing in the first round. I think that was my biggest surprise because they was playing pretty well.
they was playing pretty good. They was. So, but it's the madness. So, all right, man. Well, I know it's some more games on tonight. So it's a basketball lover's dream because you got like 4 more games going on tonight, and then we'll have a Sweet 16. Appreciate y'all rocking with us this night, man. And always, we'll start the voting tomorrow. Please make sure you tap in and participate in the process. So then you can criticize the process if it don't work out. But we okay with that. But if you don't participate, we don't want to take no criticism. The first thing we're going to say is, did you vote and what you think? That's our reply. We're telling you right now at the Ripple. Okay? So anyway, y'all keep tapping in, keep voting, and keep supporting us while we support y'all, man. And thank y'all for everything. Till next time. No Diddy, right? No Diddy. Y'all be safe. Oh, cool. We out. No Diddy is a thing, man.